I feel a little under the weather today, but I think it's gonna wear off. It's probably just morning sickness. So the sushi printed perfectly. Gotta remove all that support stuff, but that is a nice sushi. This shark is doing good. You're gonna see a lot of sharks. That shark is doing good. And look at this baby. Oh, look at that coffee lid. Yeah. Another item with supports. This is a guitar snake. And the Celtic skull turned out good. But something horrible happened over here. A little more about the recycling process. There's an opportune moment to discuss it. I just took the sushi off of this, and this is some of the support stuff that you can see. Here's what the total amount is going to be, but it's gonna take a while to take all that off. Top of it looks amazing though. It's a bit messy, but this is the recycling area. As you can see, I have a whole bunch of blenders. These two are not savable. And some of these are broken, but we're gonna take that recycled or that support material and we're going to blend it. Where it starts is this first blender. This is extra powerful and it kind of gets the big chunks blended, and then we transfer it to one of the smaller ones where it can sort of more finely blend the pieces. These are some of the bigger failed prints. You're looking at least 6 months worth of scrap. You can see I've made a lot of sharks, but what we do is we kind of put that in one of these and break it into smaller pieces. At first, what I did was make those pieces manually small enough so that they could fit in the blenders. But that was very, very labor intensive, and I tried to think of a better way to do it, and I discovered a better way to do it. You get the pieces where they're small enough to fit in here. This is an old 70s or 80s maybe garbage compactor. I think it's pretty much just like a big hydraulic press that smashes things. And it works pretty well. I used to do all of my own design work. I mean, I basically do everything. But I came across somebody who was a fan who knew how to design things, and I thought I would give them a chance. And so that's how I hired Stefano right here. He is an Italian man. He lives in Sicily, and he's very silly but very gifted. We're remaking that cheese. Hopefully it goes a little better this time. I don't think I've ever had a print mess up with this printer though, so should be all right. Good number of things to package today. Got a Sharko, and that is the Beach Fade Bowie. You can see how beautiful he is. Remember how it was all gray and made out of recycled material? It's gorgeous now. Take a look at this bad boy. That's the first Beach Fade Honey Badger so far. You already know. I once knew a guy that what he did was Marlboro cigarettes used to have these points at the bottom of every pack. And this guy didn't smoke, but he knew a bunch of people that did, and he would always get their points. And so this guy literally had like tons of Marlboro stuff. He had like a cooler, shirts. He had one of those 90s windbreakers that they used to have back in the day. But he didn't smoke at all. A few times a week, I get these expensive international packages. Sometimes like the shipping could be like 130 bucks or something crazy like that. So a lot of times I will hand deliver them to the post office myself. So here we go. We're doing it. Fait accompli. I get mail pickup every day from the shop. Man, back in the day, they used to send 2 trucks because that's how many I would fill up. But my mailman's, I've grown to like him, but he's kind of a dick. Something I do is I save up filament specifically for Christmas, but it's just good to have a stock of it. So I created all these wall-mounted filament thingies, filament pegs. I've never actually tried to communicate what they are, but at least 1 roll a day I try to put on the pegs, and eventually this is going to be full, and these ones are messed up filament. And I also have them over here. Time to finally get that friggin' oil changed, and then maybe taco meat. So the story goes. You know, for what they were, the Eagles were pretty amazing. I'm not really super into country stuff or country flavored stuff, but you kind of have to say that they were some of the best ever. So this guy literally just told me they're not doing oil changes today. And I'm just not going to somewhere else and paying like 70 bucks. So I guess we'll try this tomorrow. Might as well use this as an excuse to go to my favorite place on earth. Man, what could I use this for? Most people don't know that Dream Theater was called Majesty before they were called Dream Theater, and I thought that's what this was, but it's not. How much are unicycles worth? All right, I think I can get like 60, 65 bucks for this thing. Holy crap. What's it doing? Why is it rotating? All right, some good finds today. Got a unicycle, got the dehydrator for the recycling operation, and you're gonna see what this is for in just a second. Man, I'm feeling pretty good about that unicycle. La Mexicana. This place is amazing. Super good stuff right here. Down in the middle. We got Cuatro Libres al Pastor, and then we've got some cebollas, aguacate, and somewhere in here, oh yeah, salvadoreñas. Crema de salvadoreñas. Yeah, we're gonna take some photos of this later. The dehydrator has this metal thing in the middle that makes it rotate. Be nice to figure out how this can be disabled. Okay, so I figured I could just yank it out. Come on, you can lift. You can lift off. Okay, so we figured out that I can't get this off. But what I can do is cut this and pull this thing out. There we go. This is a little disgusting. Bit better. What you do after this is you clip out the middle parts of these trays so that you can see straight through. And that's so you can put things, that's so you can put the baskets in it. You can see that's what I've done with this one, or whatever else you got going on. But I'm not gonna do that right now because it takes forever. So what this container is for, let me show you. It's It's gonna go right there. I'm making a second tumbler, and yeah, we're gonna have another thing for the particles to fall in. So here's how I add the recycled material. First, you weigh the raw plastic. Next, you zero it out. Then once you've emptied that, you weigh the basket. And that tells you how much plastic there was. And we're gonna enter that into the spreadsheet. You then figure up about what 30% is, and then we're gonna try and weigh out that much recycled material. Zero this out. That's all I've got right now, but it's pretty close. 749, 748. So there we go, 27%. And then you mix it all together, but I'm not gonna show you my super secret shaking process. With that being said, I think I'm gonna eat. We have a new product to take pictures of, packaging to do, and then we're gonna do a bunch of recycling. Yeah, that Salvadorian cream is so good. Time for this bad boy. With that done, I was thinking about waiting on this because it's going to be a big project, but I think it's sushi time. It's going to take forever to get all of these supports off. But you know what? I think the world really needs sushi right now. Amazing. I was going to paint the sushi. It turned out really good. But I was going to paint the sushi, but I realized I probably need two different colors because it's going to be orange like salmon is, but salmon actually has those light stripes, and I think I want to get like a peach color. So I'll do peach and then tape that off and then do the salmon color on top of it. We're going to do a little blender repair, picture repair. There's a leak somewhere in here around the base, so I'm gonna figure out what's going on with that. And this one, let's see where it is. Yeah, blew out a huge chunk here. So I'm gonna use some JB Weld to fix it. Looks messy, but I promise you that stuff works. That's another day on the books. Maybe not quite everything turned out exactly how I wanted today, but we moved the ball forward, and that's what counts. Have a good one.